My name is Iqbal Husain, and today I have the privilege of sitting down with Jesse Iozzio, the creator of his own company, Iozzio Cycles, and the inventor of the shotgun and integrated bike lights. Thank you for taking the time today to sit down with me, Jesse. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Thanks for having me. You recording?
Yeah.
First time I ever seen a dugout, James brought one home. James, my older brother, and he was just like, "Man, you got to see this," and he showed it to me, and it was like revolutionary almost. As silly as that sounds, because it's just like a, it's silly weed product. All it takes is the right person. Somebody's going to see the level of detail that I put into things, or the level of care that I put into it, and they're going to invest in me for that. Never happened. Still trucking along. And then from the lights spawned the shotgun. Basically, your weed goes in there. You get a pipe that goes in there, and then a poker that goes in here, so you could clean your pipe. Which I don't have a pipe available. Maybe I do. With set poker. This one. I start with a 6 foot length of material. Let's start there. And I cut down that 6 foot length of material to roughly 77 millimeters. And then I load it into a fixture that I made, a jig that holds the stock. It holds 10 units at a time. And then I machine the lids. I part the lids from the material, so I cut the lids off of the material, and then the lids need to be post-processed because the bottoms of them are all rough cuts, and they need to be processed so that there could be an undercut so that a gasket can be glued in place. So that's how the lids get made. The shotguns, the faces get machined, they get hexed and machined, and the two chambers get cut, drilled, and then machined. After that is manual. So I have to turn down each part by hand to the nominal diameter of the finished part.
Now, do you feel like this is a bigger path towards a bigger career?
I sure hope so, man. Everybody says there's no money in bikes, but I don't believe that.
There's always money in bikes.
There's money in everything if you're doing it right. Otherwise, they'll get all bound up and they'll turn into like these spaghetti strings and they'll wrap around the car. That's a before and after. This is what goes in there. This is an after.
And then that's the actual stem, you would say, to...
This is the M6 fastener that goes into the steer tube.
Actual bike,
the
right?
Star nut of the steer tube, yeah.
Fascinating.
Stainless steel. Then after that, they get cleaned and they go into the anodizing bin.
And that's what pretty much gives all of your shotguns the color and the design.
Yeah.
So it's essentially paint in a tub.
Well, it's dye.
But it's a lot more complicated.
It's dye, and what the bath does is it builds what is known as the anodic layer, which is just like this porous layer on top of the aluminum surface, which is then able to accept dye.
What makes it so special?
Because it's the first attempt at doing this sort of
design.
multicolored.
And
it's also got the Philly Bike Expo logo on it. It's the Philly Bike Expo colorway. It's double engraved. The head of it's engraved. The face of it's engraved, and then the lid's engraved also. It's cool. Special to me. Maybe I shouldn't sell it. This one's a little lax on that spring. and I think it's going to be successful because it's one of a kind, really. Like, nobody's doing it. People tell me they love it. I get a lot of I love it. I haven't gotten any I hate it.
Are you lying to me right now?
Yeah. I haven't gotten any I hate it. So I guess that's cool.
Okay.
Well, it's pretty straightforward once you know what it is. It's like you either want it or you don't. It's pretty great. That's a pretty great feeling. It's pretty it's funny to think that there's you know, I don't know, 500 or so sitting on other people's bikes all around the world right now, or on somebody's draw, in somebody's draw, or you know, wherever they might reside. But it's like it all started here, and now they're everywhere. Like, I love seeing customers' pictures of them like climbing whatever peaks they're climbing with something that I made aside with them. It's so surreal in a way. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Just thank you for taking the time to sit down with me and having this interview. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. I think it was fun.